Oh, hello, my dear friend. You are here again. Subscribe now. Oh, you want to know more again. I'll give you that let quote. Imagine that. If your world is just an image projected by your brain, trying to create a reality in which you believe. Everything you see, hear, and feel could simply be an energetic impulse passing through your nerves, and only your brain gives it form, meaning, and significance. But what if everything that seems real isn't real at all? We live in an era where science and technology are developing so quickly that it's hard to imagine where the limits of our understanding lie. But still, in truth, we know nothing about the world we live in. Isn't it strange that you are sitting here now in front of this screen and haven't asked yourself, does this really exist? Let's take, for example, the concept of time. What is time? If everything around us is merely waves of energy, could it be that time doesn't even exist? What if it's just our way of measuring the change of states? We set hands on clocks, fill our calendars, and race against the minutes. But time could be nothing more than an illusion, one we try to control in our chaotic world. And what if you've never left the room you're sitting in, and everything you perceive is the result of an illusory machine created by your brain? If reality is just images appearing in your brain. Do you understand what I mean? We all know how many things we take as truth without questioning them. They just appear in our lives, and we accept them as they are, like ideas about good and evil, success or failure, like judgments and evaluations fed to us by society, like standards imposed by others. But what if none of that existed? What if these concepts were created just so we could manage our own reality? Perhaps we create limitations for ourselves. All our struggles for success, for achieving certain goals. This is just part of this enormous deception. You try to win this game, but what if the game itself doesn't make sense? What if you're just a pawn in the hands of a greater creator who defines the rules and changes the picture at will? Think about it. If everything you see, feel, and experience is merely a reflection of your own thoughts, your own ideas about the world, can we truly claim that anything objectively exists? Strange, right? But that's not all. What if death is just another part of this illusion? What if our existence doesn't really end, but simply transforms? We all know that physical death is merely the cessation of bodily functions. But does that mean our consciousness and soul die as well? If time is an illusion, why should we be confined to its limits? We go through life, constantly experiencing moments of joy and pain, love and disappointment. And these emotions feel real to us, don't they? But what if they are simply energetic vibrations that our brain perceives? What if when you feel pain, you're not really suffering from the pain itself, but only from your perception of it? Maybe all we need is to realize that the world around us might be just a projection of our own thoughts. And then the question, what is reality, becomes much more complicated. But that's still not everything. Imagine that you are just a part of something much greater. You're only a tiny element in a grand cosmic game, unfolding on a level that is beyond your comprehension. You're not just a human. You are a drop in the ocean of limitless space, just a moment in the endless flow of time. Perhaps you don't even exist in the way you imagine yourself. Perhaps your consciousness exists only for a short while, and then vanishes, leaving no trace. So why do we consider ourselves so important? Why do we constantly try to find meaning in what we call life? What if our search for meaning is just part of the illusion itself? You ask, what can we do with all of this? Can we change the course of this game? Is there a way to reach the reality that doesn't exist? There's no answer. Because if you're asking this question, you're already part of the game, and you're already part of something trying to understand whether the game exists or doesn't. In the end, what is life? What is existence? How can we distinguish reality from illusion? These are questions we leave unanswered because it's more important not to know, but to keep searching.